Good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year. And it's now 11 days until the new year. It's January 11th. So, the second week of the new year, I would like to know how have this new year, how have it been for you? Share your questions, comments, or concerns with me. Let me know so far how the new year is starting off for you. Whether it's shitty, great, wonderful, all of that, or just the same. Let me know as far as that. Me myself, I want to say it's kind of been I am feeling better these days. My daughter's birthday was December 30th, so I got a chance to get out the house, put on some clothes, get myself together, and it felt good just to be out from being in the house and sick for months. It felt good just to be out. And then plus by being New Year's weekend, everything was extremely crowded. It was like a Black Friday crowded, but it was a comfortable setting. It wasn't congesting, though it was crowded. Everything was crowded, and you had to have reservations and all of that stuff because it was the New Year's weekend. But we went to a nice spot, and it was really nice, and we had a nice dinner, and she really enjoyed herself, and she received all of her wonderful gifts, and that was that. I didn't drink anything. I really hadn't had a drink in months since I've been under the weather. Mind you, I'm still under the weather. But I'm feeling better. I have been baby stepping myself into working out again. So I've been so far since the new year began. I worked out last week, one time, and then I worked out this week, which I'm actually going to try to work out one more time this week. So I don't want to overdo it, but I do want to try to baby step myself into working out. I've got permission from the doctor to do so and all of that fun stuff. So I wanted to wait before I chimed in because the last time I may have been on here, I might have been in the hospital, feeling real bad, really feeling fucked up. You know, I've gained a lot of weight being on all this heart meds and everything I have been taking, steroids, this heart medication, just everything have had me have a massive weight gain. I'm sorry. So that's where I'm at with that. So I've been kind of under the weather about my weight. Although people say, girl, you don't look it, you still look thick, you still look snatched. I don't feel snatched anymore. The scale is telling me something different, like you're not snatched anymore. I don't feel like I'm snatched anymore. So I want to get back to feeling snatched. Okay? Just me. I need to lose about a good, may not seem like it, but I'm just throwing a number out there because it's a high number. But I need to lose at least about 30 pounds. I have lost some weight since I've been I have lost some weight. I'm just gonna say that. I am currently off my heart meds, but I'm still going to the cardiologist. I'm still, having the flutters. I'm still under the radar. So I still have a lot more steps to go. But as of now, I'm currently not taking any more heart medications. I'm back to taking just my pain pill and my vitamins now. So thank you, Jesus, for that. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. And, because I still have the pills here, but I was told once I finish that first dosage out, I can just refill them and just, if I need to start back taking them, then to start back. But so far, so good. I'm just not trying to I didn't want to bring that burden into the new year for myself. So with that being said, I still get winded. I still know it's something there. So I go for my, I go to get an echo on February the 4th. Meanwhile, I went Monday to the cardiologist, and I had worked out Monday as well, but my appointment wasn't until that afternoon. So I felt good. I got up Monday. I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and work out. I feel good. I have some energy, I was off or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I worked out. That was early that morning. Got me an early morning workout. It was about a 44-minute workout. It was basically abs. Everything was standing up. It wasn't even no sitting down. It was abs and booty. And where everything was, we had the band on, everything was standing up. And it was just mainly your legs and working on the glutes. So I was okay with that workout. I didn't really have to do any push-ups, sit-ups, or anything like that. It was strictly just working the legs and working all that and then your arms and stuff like that. So I'm okay with that. So I lasted. I went at my own pace. I stopped a few times to really catch my breath because I felt like I was about to pass out, but I had to baby step myself back into working out again. So, but it felt good to do that, and then just knowing, okay, I've done that hour, well, 44 minutes, damn near hour, and guess what? I'm done for the day. My workout is done. I don't have to work out 2 and 3 hours. But those that do, kudos to you, because that's why they are beyond snatch. But I'm not gonna do that. Even when before all of this happened, I wasn't working out like that, y'all. For real, for real. I was working out like maybe three. When I had my first weight goal, when I first lost the weight, I had a weight goal in mind. So I was working out 3 times a week, and I was going hard in the paint. I was doing different types of workouts with her. The spin class, and that's no joke, but it's fun. I did the spin class, and I was doing the step aerobics, and then I was doing the booty and abs, and I was doing hula hoops. I was doing all of that because I had a goal in mind. I had a mindset, a goal, a weight goal I wanted to achieve, which I had achieved that, beyond that. So that's where I'm at. It's like, I gotta catch my breath, so I'm getting winded again. So it's like, it's been a little depressing for me because I know what I was before what happened, when I started having the pneumonia, when I had to have hernia surgery. It's been a nosedive ever since. When I had the hernia surgery, then after that I had pneumonia, and then after this now I have this pericarditis, and it's all dealing with stemming from the heart. It's all stemming from me having this pneumonia. So I'm just like, and all of that stuff I was on, all of that medication, every single last medication said big weight gain, big weight gain. Not possible, not maybe, not a little, big weight gain. Every single last medication. And I was devastated because I had to take it. I had to take it. So that, with me, it's been really fucking with my mental, because I look at my face feels really fat. I'm looking at my body, I have all these rolls again, and I work so hard. And y'all, if you've been following my story of my tummy tuck journey and all of that shit I've been doing, y'all seen my body transformation. If you've been following my story from day one, I worked hard. I had worked so hard to get my weight down to where I was so happy when I was that size. When I was that size before all of this shit happened, I was so happy. To where if I gained maybe 2 or 3 pounds here, I was okay because I had saved myself some wiggle room. But once I went over that certain mark, then oh no, let me get it together. I had lost enough weight to where I give myself a 5-pound wiggle room. And that's with everything. During the holidays, all of that shit, when everybody's eating heavier, eating good, all of that. I still maintain staying under that 5-pound, which that was my wiggle room, that 5-pound radar. But I did begin picking up weight. Like I said, even before my hernia surgery, I started gaining weight, and I didn't understand why. And I'm like, okay, well, damn, why am I gaining this weight like this? So I had kind of slacked up on working out, but that shouldn't make or define you. You should still maintain. You gotta maintain your diet. The way you eat. I'm not on a diet. Let me just put that out there. But I have changed the way I eat a lot ever since my weight journey began as well. I eat everything. I'm picky, but I eat pork, I eat beef, I eat, I eat all of it. I prefer to buy beef. I buy more turkey stuff than, buying beef and pork now. But I still eat pork, I still eat beef, all of that. But I just eat it now to where I eat in moderation. I don't overindulge. I eat in moderation. I eat it, but if I can't, if I can get beef, then yeah, I prefer beef over pork anytime. Because for me, I love steak, and I like a beef steak. I don't like pork steak. Now, I won't eat a pork steak. That's just out. That's the first thing I'm saying is, what kind of steak is this? If it's pork steak, I'm straight. Beef, I'm there because I love steaks. So that's just me. So, I eat fish, shrimps, all of that. I love shrimps. I love fish. I love salmon. All of that. So that's why I'm at. I buy a lot of turkey meat, but I still buy smoked ham. I still eat ham, like a regular spiral ham for Thanksgiving and stuff. I still eat ham, all of that. So it's like I said, it's how you eat things. I still eat corned beef. I boil it to make sure I get all of the salt out and stuff like that. So yeah, I still eat all of that. But I have like all of my seasonings now is like low dosages. They're not like high in seasoning anymore, since I had began all of this. So you just don't have to change your pattern and the way you eat things. You really don't have to stop eating what you love. You just change the way you eat it, if that makes sense. Because I still eat chitlins. And I love chitlins. Say what you want, but I love chitlins. But I only eat them just once, twice a year. I eat them for the holidays. I wouldn't want chitlins all year. I wouldn't. I eat them at Thanksgiving or either Christmas. I used to eat them, and this is what I'm saying about cutting back. I used to eat them for Thanksgiving and Christmas, which was fine because it's only 2 months out the year that I'm actually eating some chitlins. But I stopped like maybe the year or so ago, before the chitlin shortage and before chitlins became a high commodity. I began eating them either on Thanksgiving or I would make them on Christmas. So I cut out a holiday of me eating chitlins like that. I'm pretty much the only one in my house. Well, my fiance, he eats chitlins. He had stopped eating them for a minute, but I was eating them, and he said he just couldn't help himself because they was looking and smelling delicious with the hot sauce on them. So he started back eating them. So it's just he and I now. You know, we're empty nesters, thank God. So it's just us that eat them. So I don't have to make all of those pounds like I used to when when we had like when our kids was there, which I still was the only one eating them, to be honest. But I used to make a lot because we used to eat a lot, and then I had like my brother and stuff like that would come get a bowl because they eat them. So that's why I used to make so much. But now since it's just he and I only make like a small portion of them, and we pig out on them, and I love it. Hot sauce, please look out. Okay, say what you want, but I love me some chitlins. So with that being said, I just wanted to put that out there. So bringing you back up to speed to where I'm at currently. So when I went to the doctor, hold on, because I'm really getting winded here. Trying to have my hands because my nails is so messed up. Like, I still have Christmas nails on, y'all, because that's just how I haven't had the time or the energy to go see my nail tech, and I need a massive soak off, and all of my nails have been breaking. So I'm just like devastated because I'm gonna have to start all over with growing my nails back out, and I am like devastated because these was my real nails, y'all, like seriously, and they are now have all broken off. Like when I break a nail, I break my real nail. It wasn't like, oh, I broke my fake nail, but who wants to break a nail, period? But now I'm debating, should I get tips put back on? I haven't wore tips in like, the last time I had to start over like this, she put tips on because she said, let's just grow your nails out. Because my nails do grow pretty fast. And once they grew out, maybe with 2 fillings, my nails had grew out kind of like a nice little length. So we soaked the tips off, and then I got my overlay, and I began growing my real nails back out. So I don't even know if I want to get some tips put on or what, but like I said, when I currently break a nail, I'm really breaking my real shit, and I'm devastated. So I'm finna try to soak what's left of my nails off and see where I'm at with that, or if I just want to put tips on the other nails while they, grow. I don't know. I don't even know. Or if I want to just cut these down, my real nails back down to the size of, my regular nails, just get over. Like, I don't know, but I'm devastated. But that's another story. So now, what I'm trying to say, let me get back to, see how sidetracked I get? When I went to the cardiologist on Monday, he checked my heart, and we had a nice conversation. And I told him, he said I looked a lot better. He said I looked a lot better. He said I didn't gain any weight. He said I had lost a few pounds, which I told you I have came down just a smidget, not much, but I have came down some. I'm not gonna tell y'all how much weight I've lost, but I have lost some weight. So he said he noticed even during the holidays I've managed to lose some weight because he looked at my weight. He said everything is good, my vitals looks good. So he said, so let me check your heart. So when he checked my heart, he said it was beating really fast. Mind you, I worked out that morning, but my heart shouldn't still be beating fast. My appointment was at 2 o'clock. So my heart rate should have been came down and went on about his business by that time. So, plus I took a relaxing bath and all of that, chilled out. Like I said, my appointment was at like 2:30. So there's no way I should still have a fast heart rate from working out at like maybe 10, 11 that morning. There's just no way possible. But I told him that I worked out that morning, and he said, well, like the same thing I just said, there's no way your heart should still be beating this fast. Like he said, like you ran in here or something and it kept running or something. So I didn't know that my heart was beating fast because I didn't feel it. He said, are you nervous? I said, no, I'm not nervous or anything. He said, your heart is beating, really fast. So that being said, he wants me to wear a heart monitor. So this was confirmed Monday that I am to wear a heart monitor for 3 weeks. Then I go back on February 4th to have a stress test of my heart for echo. I don't know if they're gonna do a not stress test. They're gonna do an echo, which they're gonna do another X-ray of my heart to see how my fluid level is. Is my fluid is gone? Is it still around my heart? Is it still leaving? Is it still, how low is it? Has it gone up? Has it gone down? Because I haven't had that done since I was my last hospital stint, which I know I chimed in. That's when they said the fluid was still there, but it was going down, so my levels were down, so that was a good thing in my behalf. So I'm thanking God for that. I'm thanking God to be the year of healing for my family. Ever since I started having heart issues, I come to find out, because my mother and father is both deceased. So my older sister tells me, well, our mom had a bad heart, and it runs in our family, on her side of the family. Okay, well, knock knock, because see, I didn't know any of this. So now that I'm having these complications, she tells me this. Well, yeah, little sis, that runs in our family. Her mom had a bad heart. What? How am I supposed to know? I was a child when she passed. I was like 4 or 5 years old when I lost my mother. And it hasn't been easy going out without her. That's probably why I'm the way I am with my kids. I am truly a mama bear about my kids. That's one, those reasons is the reason I would wear a yellow suit. Don't fuck with my kids. And they're all grown, and I'm a grandmother, but don't fuck with my kids, because those are my kids. And I've always been very protective like that of them. And even though they're grown, I don't be in their affairs. They're grown women and men, because I have a son. But I did just know that I didn't have a mother at their age, and that's probably why how I am with them. And because I'm very nurturing, I've always been that way with them. Maybe a little overprotective, but that's just because I didn't have a mother at their ages, and I wanted that nurturing, to feel that motherly love more so than anything. Yeah, we had our father because he raised us, but my father was a street man. He wasn't home for real. Whatever. My father was a street man, and just I'm leave it there. So anyway, so I just come to find out about all of these things since I've been having issues with my heart. So she's telling me this, telling me that. Then I know she went through having issues with her heart, but that's when she was having her third kid, and it took a lot out of her, and she went through the whole congestive heart thing, and thank God she didn't have to have surgery or anything like that, or she wasn't hospitalized, but she did have to kind of stay in the hospital a little longer after she had her last kid, and her child was kind of, et cetera, et cetera. But that's when I come to find out. But it all went away after she had her kid and her body got well. Her heart issues went away. But just me knowing now that my mom had heart problems, and I knew, because I was with my grandmother for a minute too when I was like a teenager, which was her mother, and I know she had heart problems, but it wasn't registering me. I was like 16 years old. Same with my grandmother then, 15, 16. It wasn't registering that maybe it was going to trickle down to generations, So I wasn't thinking nothing about it. My grandmother never mentioned to me that heart issues ran in our family or anything. She never said nothing like that. I know she had her fair share of heart issues and things like that too, but I never looked at it as it could be hereditary or go down from kid to kid, or generation to generation. So I went today, and it's been I'm going to be on here about 20 minutes, but I'm about to hurry up and wrap it up. I'm just trying to catch everybody up to part here. I went today to the cardiologist to get my monitor put on. This morning, as I was laying in bed, thinking of all the excuses and ways I didn't want to go, because I'm thinking in my mind it's going to be some big, bulky, like the thing I had on in the hospital was really heavy, and all of those wires, y'all seen it because I shared it. I'm thinking it was going to be that. And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta wear this thing for 3 weeks. Oh my God, how am I gonna? Because I just started back working a little bit part-time, not doing too much, but just something. And I don't really like where I'm at. It's just something to do for now until my fireworks season start back up. And I noticed then when I bend over, I still feel the pressure. And I still feel the flutters when I do lay on my left side with my heart. I still feel the flutters and the achiness every now and then. So my doctor just want to be sure, and I get it. It's better to be safe than sorry, and I understand that. So, I'm going to show y'all my heart monitor that I just got today. It's a whole kit. Whole kit. It's the date on here that I return it, which is the 1st, and they're going to pick it up, mind you. So, she gave me, these are extras, okay. This is my charger, because I have to charge the monitor. This is an extra monitor. This is it here. This is a cell phone case, because I have to have a phone also. Okay. Get that out the way. So this is the phone that they gave me. And basically it's a monitor. You guys can, hold on. Y'all see that? Y'all probably can't see what it's like. Can y'all see that? There you go. I think y'all can see it. But basically it's a monitor. And it monitors my heart. And I tap here. And it shows me my battery levels. My monitor battery. Skin content and placement is good. She put it on. So all of those are good. So this is telling me this is going to monitor my heart, and I have to keep this with me at all times. So, like that. And I almost forgot it, because when I left there, I went to Myers, and then I almost was going to leave it in the box, and I said, oh, I got to put this phone in my purse. So I have to get used to carrying this monitor phone and then my regular phone. So that's that too. So I have to get used to carrying that. And it's a bro. She talked to me about everything. I asked her about everything, you know, would I be able to do, all that kind of stuff. She said I can bathe in it, I can swim in it, all of that. But I do have to change. I have to change it out and every week put the new sticker on or something. Every 8 days, the sticker might start to peel, then replace it and all of that. So let me show y'all this monitor. So here it is. This is the monitor, y'all, and she put it on today. And the arrow is pointing upward. This comes out. It's like a USB cord. This comes out, and that's what this one is for. This is number 2. So I have to press this here to turn it on and to make sure it's beeping green. So I have to make sure that it's beeping green at all times to make sure that it's on. And it's like a little beep. So I don't know if this shit is on or not. But I think it is, because they would say it, if she said anytime if it's not on, then they will call me. I don't know if they're going to call me on this phone or my regular phone. I think they're going to call my regular phone, but they're going to call me on my regular phone to let me know, hey, we're not getting a reading. Your thing is not on. Which it was like that at the hospital also, because I know, like, if I was to take a shower or something, they'll hook it back up sometimes. But sometimes it might just go off or something, like not monitor. And they'll come in like, your monitor is not on. So I understand that too. But, so yeah, this is where I'm at here with that. And I just have to keep this around me 20, pretty much. She said, charge it up in the bed or whatever. Like I charge my regular phone by my bed, like we all do, but on our nightstands, we keep our phones and our devices charged and plugged up. So that's that. And like I said, this is the charger for both. It has 2 ports on here. So for the phone and for these here. So this is to be charged every, I think she said 2 days. So probably tomorrow, she said I will need to take this off same time and charge it and put this one on. So I'm gonna charge this up anyway tonight. And the phone is pretty much, it's already fully charged. And it tells you on here anyway. And so, let's see what else is in this book. And then she was a very nice lady. She went over everything very thoroughly. She said if I wanted to do more, this book is mine to keep, by the way. I'm trying to hide my nails because they are hit up. And it basically is telling me everything, going step-by-step instructions on how to do things. And, what the outcome is and things like that, and how to place it. And then how to replace it as well. So I'm not a swimmer, but Knowing that I can still take my heavenly baths that I like in my showers is fine. Because, yeah, she said you can bathe in and swim in and all that. And then these are just, you know, some more, like, extras that she gave me. In case, you know, some more of the sticky things that I have. She gave me extras. And I see it's wipes in here also. So that's good. But I am to keep all of this. And then at the end, at the end of the duration, I am to... the phone and all of that, I can keep this, she said. But the phone and all of that stuff goes back in this box. And then I just send it back and then let them know, and they're going to come pick it up, you know, and return it back. So that's where I'm at, y'all. I'm not happy, and like I said, to be honest, to be wearing it. But I'm thankful because some people have to wear certain stuff like this for the rest of their life. So I'm praying that mine is just temporary. So it is what it is. This is the little case for the phone. This will go like this. Who have a phone case like this unless you old? Okay, but yeah, so I might just keep it inside the little case, a little out of box case or whatever. But yeah, go inside a little. Okay. Let's see, little case here. All right. So yeah, still good. So I'm just got a little case on it. I'll just keep the case on me. Keep it on my purse somewhere. Oh, there we go. Damn. All right, there we go. So that's where I'm at, y'all. And there's a number in here, you know, right there that I can just call. And that's pretty much the bulk of it. That's where I'm at with it. I'll probably sit down because I'm waiting on this chicken. I'm about to clean and cook actually when I get off of here. Then I'll just probably just do some reading. Do a little bit more reading about this. You know, a little bit more. She was very thorough, and I like that because I did ask questions. I don't be afraid to ask questions, even uncomfortable ones, because I asked her about intimacy, working out, all of that. She said, hey, you a smoker, which you're not. You can resume all your normal activity. You just want to be monitored. She was like, it's no, you know, she's like, you're young. I expect you to still be having sex, so whatever. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to like and subscribe to my page. Also, I have a new page that I will be launching. It's called That's Just My 2 Cents. Please like and subscribe to that page as well. My picture's on there, so you know it's me, and it's my legit page. I'm going to upload this video to this page and my new page as well, because I really plan on shifting a lot of things to my other page. That's Just My 2 Cents, because this page was supposed to be just for my journey, from me having my tummy tuck and all the things, everything I have been going through. But because life happens, I began to share another journey, like, well, hey, this is what's going on with me. I've had this hernia surgery. Now I have pneumonia. Now I have pericarditis, which is fluid around the heart. Everything is stemming from pneumonia. What is going on? So I kind of shifted gears with, this is still what's going on for me having a surgery. Ever since I've had the hernia surgery, it has been a nosedive. I haven't seen my surgeon since I had the surgery. I spoke with him since then. I've texted him since then, but he said, you need to come into my office to see me so we can talk. I just haven't made an appointment, to be honest. And I need to do that as well, because I haven't seen him since the surgery last year. So I definitely need to sit and talk with him about a few things, you know, that's going on, you know, internally or whatever. That's the same man that did my tummy tuck surgeries and stuff like that, by the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I've talked your heads off long enough, but don't forget, like and subscribe to both of my pages, this page and then my other page. That's just my 2 cents. With that being said, you all have a blessed day. I'm gonna clean this chicken, put it in the oven so I can sit down and relax. And I guess hubby will be home shortly, so just cook a quiet meal off today or whatever. So that's just my 2 cents. Peace and have a blessed day.